Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Rugby Golf. We have got one hell of a special episode for you today. So, ultimately, it's season 2 of Rugby League Walk and Talk, and to celebrate that, we've got 2 gentlemen here. We've got a try-scoring machine and a powerhouse. We've got QLT, we've got Suiai Matagi, both of the guys from Tont podcast. We're going to do exactly what we said we're going to do. We're going to talk about Rugby League, we're going to talk about life, and we're going to have a little bit of a knockdown here at Whitwood Golf Course. Here's a bit of an highlight reel of these 2 doing what they do best.
Cut out ball out wide for Solomon, a good pass on to Carmont. George Carmont's upon inside. It is Laulu-Togaga'e to score for Samoa.
And here comes QLT, twisting away. Wonderful run by QLT, and slices through like a hot knife through butter.
Don't forget, look at it, hits on Burke.
Oh, there's some contacts. It was Suiai Matagi on Jack DeBella.
It's the ball into centre field to Sonny Lefeo. It's away to QLT. QLT at 33 on his Super League debut, level to score. Matagi found himself grazing in open pasture.
Yep, my name's Suiai Matagi. I'm currently playing for Doncaster, playing front row.
See if we can beat Charbel Tassapali's 4 over. That's the target. Let's see how we get on. Now start off, Q, by putting it in the actual tee box.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
That's good to go, mate.
Good start, eh?
No, honestly, do not worry about it, Paul. It's not about the quality of the golf.
Yeah, that's it, mate, that's it.
It's about the quality of the company.
That's it.
Practice
shot, eh? Practice shot. Practice shot, bro.
Best advice I'll give you to start off with. I won't give you much, but just slow it down. That's it, look at that. You need to be careful, Suiai, because if you're going to stand behind him laughing, you're then going to have to go.
You might have had the speed and the skill on the field, mate. But we're on a different pitch here.
Right, so no pressure, but this man has just been laughing at you, so...
You know, I'm surprised because he plays back. And he knows as a back, full back.
Technically gifted is what you're saying.
It's not how you start though, eh?
It's eyes down, you know? Yeah. Eyes down, you got to follow through. Same when you're going for a kick. You're kicking and you're following through. Head down, head down.
Oh, that's what I didn't do, practice.
Oh, wow. Good warm up.
Right? So I've got a bit of pressure on my shoulders there, boys.
At least mine stayed on the green.
I'm now going to...
That's how you do it. Wow.
That should be in the middle. For people watching at home as well, we're going to play a scramble event, which is going to be, I will take a shot with one of these 2 boys, and then we'll do it that way and we'll score it. So, how did it start for you, mate? What was the journey into rugby?
Oh, born in New Zealand to Samoan parents, and I started playing when I was 9. I wanted to be like my brother. He was only like a year older than me, and we signed up to a club in Auckland called Marist Saints, and kind of that's where my journey started. Yeah, played in New Zealand until I was about 13, 14, and then eventually moved over to Australia.
All right.
Yeah, 4 boys, 2 girls. Whole family went over. Yeah, so kind of carried on from there pretty much.
And was the first taste of any kind of sort of professional, was it at the Souths?
Yeah, so I was in high school and I made my Queensland Cup debut, which is kind of like championship.
Yeah.
For Souths Logan at the time. And then from there, I ended up signing at Melbourne Storm.
For those that don't know the Souths, two players that you probably will know of that came through there with Malmening and Wayne Bennett.
Yeah, Gary Belcher, Cooper Kroll. There's some of a few big players to come out of.
And QLT.
And QLT, yeah. So that's kind of where my journey started. When I kind of like wanted to play and try and make it a thing and play professional.
So what about yourself, mate? How did it start for you, bud?
A bit of a different journey for me. And you started playing, or started to pursue the dream at 19 years of age.
Late to the game.
Yeah, from New Zealand though. West Auckland, signed up for the local club, Te Roosters. There's a lot of legends that have come through that club. I don't know if you remember Joe Wangana.
Yeah.
Big
Happy,
Joe. You know, the Robbie.
Yeah,
Robbie Paul, you know. Just name a few. But those are were significant for us, or for me anyway, because I looked and you see the photos and stuff on the wall. And so I was like, man, if they can do it coming from this, you can do it too. So, set the 5-year goal. And then my first year at Te Roosters, just went all out, mate. Just hungry, really. Yeah. Just went, catch the ball, sponge, soak it all in. But surprisingly, at the end of that year, I got Fox Memorial Player of the Year.
Oh!
Yeah. No, I was surprised that I even, got nominated or even, just for at least rookie because it's my first year.
Did you ask for that, Tony? Did you ask for him to name any awards in that?
Well, we won't talk about accolades now, but I mean,
No, the reason why I share it, because there's lessons in it. Because for me, at the end, after that year, I was thinking, mate, how did I get that? Yeah. And then I realised all the little, extras, the hard work, all that kind of stuff. That taught me, if I duplicate that and do it again the following year, we'll see what comes from it. So that's where the journey went from, and then and I was just thinking, if I keep going, wonder what can come from the second year, third year, fourth year, and then.
Well, it don't matter what accolade you won, Suiai, because you've ended up in the same place as Q and myself, playing golf at Whitwood. Let's play with this second one. Right, Suiai's second shot. That's not a bad strike, mate. Nice little draw.
Try to get on the.
Just realised I need a ball because mine's all the way down there.
Yeah. That was a good strike though.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
Hey, man.
I won't because
there's levels, Tony. There's
that
levels,
could be a bunker, that, mate.
There's levels.
That could be in the bunker. How does that come about? A lad playing Queensland Cup, all of a sudden, Sheffield come calling.
They came knocking on my door 2008 to kind of come over here. You either had to have played NRL or played international.
Right.
So I didn't play either. 2010, I was lucky enough to make the Tour Samoa team. We played against New Zealand and Tonga, and that got me my ticket.
Right.
And straight away, Tubby, Mark Aston at the time, Mark Aston, who's the coach at Sheffield at the time, contacted me straight away, and pretty much happened pretty quick.
That must have felt pretty like you wanted there then, if he's doing that and keeping a track of you and sort of going, right, okay, now he's made this, I'm going to get straight on the phone to him. Did that feel pretty good, I imagine?
No, yeah, it felt pretty good. I think first and foremost is my international debut. Like, that was my dream, bro. When he called me, it was pretty special because to come over here and bring my young family over here, my son who was 6 at the time, to try something different, out of our comfort zone with our families. It was daunting, but it was exciting at the same time. So to get that call to come over was special.
And your first call, Suiai, that was from Huddersfield, was it?
Yeah, to come over here.
So you had a different path because you was in NRL, weren't you? In sort of all the, was it New Zealand Warriors?
Yeah, Roosters.
Sydney Roosters. So you were at the big boys, weren't you, really?
It was a good experience for me. So Roosters, Penrith, and then Parramatta.
And then you came to Huddersfield to play in front of 3 fans.
It was a dream. Right. I was grateful for the experience.
Born and bred Castle, you are. I will put every other
Tigers.
I will put every other team down. Don't you worry about that. It must have been a bit of a decision to make.
Yeah, it was a really big one.
Because you're not just moving a couple of hour flight away, are you? We're talking that you are pretty much severed from your family, friends, everybody. It's the other side of the world. Yeah, it was a big one, and something we had to talk with the family as well and the kids. Obviously, kids growing and what the transition looks like for them. And how old were the kids at the time?
My oldest daughter would have been, I think, 13.
So really important sort of age.
Especially going into high school. Yeah, son was going on to 10, 11.
So you made your daughter go to high school in Huddersfield?
Yeah. That was that was the most scariest thing as a father too, to be honest, because I was like, man, it's hard enough. You're going to New Zealand, Australia, high school, but going to another country, no friends. She loved it. Good. That's really good to hear. Then that's positive. It's your shot.
My shot. Oh yeah.
There's a warm up. Where's the warm up?
Oh, no warm up, Bills.
Sorry. That's why we warm up. Sorry. Wow. Sorry.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
You can't
It's
teach
going to
it.
be short, I think.
What, you got a picture there?
I've got 47 degree. Oh, it's what you like with your putting.
Shite.
I wouldn't lie to you, mate.
I'm not so sure that's a Samoan or New Zealand term in shite. That's definitely a bit of England with that in you, isn't it? Right, well, I'm going to let you two just putt. I'm not going to putt.
Oh, yeah.
Par.
Cool. Par. Okay.
I mean, that's a very, very good score, so I don't want to put any pressure on you. But
Nah,
if you
no
miss,
pressure, bro. I don't feel pressure. Head down, Sui.
Yeah.
That's not terrible, you know, that.
It's pretty good, mate.
I'm seeing Suiai here reading the lines and everything, watching you go. Now, he's either a really good actor and pretending to know what he's doing, or he really does know what he's doing.
He had a good line. I reckon if you just tilted it a bit, 1 o'clock, you would be all right.
You see, you're convincing me, but the way he's acting is not convincing me.
Oh,
More power on it. That's a good putt, is that?
It's the same thing in golf, rugby. You can't cheat, mate.
Just move your ball out of the way, else.
I thought I'd be the one handing out the banter. These two are bantering between each other. I tell you what. Hey, guess there's a bogey, that, mate.
we leave
We'll have
that?
a fist bump for that, Kyo.
Yes. Nice, man.
Get
Flip
in,
that, eh?
mate. That's
Hey?
fantastic.
Easy,
I love the premise that you do with the check-in and the fam.
Oh, yes.
yes.
So I think it's only fair that we do it to you boys.
Yeah. Maybe do it for you,
Do
Tony.
you want to just explain to the viewers what it actually is?
We have an acronym called FAM. It's one of our pillars, family, ainga, in our culture, what we call it. But obviously, F stands for family, A stands for activity, and M stands for mindset. We just try and get a rating. The reason why we had this acronym, or how it was birthed, was because we found, not only as rugby league players, but just people in general, we check in, or we say hello, how are you, on a surface level. It's just, mate, how you doing? How you doing, Tony? And we kind of leave it there. But this is more encouraged to go a bit deeper, try and build that dialogue to get back and forward and really find out what's going on. The challenge we find there, it's the outside looks good, but no one can really see the inside of what people are going through, and it's just trying to normalize to be open and honest and, chat, and that's where a lot of the healing comes from. So we just check in, 0 to 5, how you feeling? How's the family? So might as well kick off with you, Tony. How's the family?
I've got an 18-month-old. I've got a soon-to-be 12-year-old daughter as well. Massively into a football, huge football player, loves the horses as well, and we're going to Wembley on Sunday to watch Man United women.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool is
Try
that?
to win the FA Cup for the second time. So she's super excited about that. I'm not so excited about the drive down to London.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to lie. But yeah, the family's a solid 5, mate. Always will be.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's
You,
awesome.
you?
Yeah, family's a solid 5 at the moment. I'm just enjoying retirement, watching my son play, taking my daughter to tennis, and just spending more time with my family. So yeah, 5 for me.
So
Yeah, same again. Really, proud of the kids and how they're doing, not only at school but their sports as well. So similar to Q, man, it's a joy just going on and watching their games.
fantastic. And what was A then again?
Activity.
Activity.
So how's your movement
Activity.
going?
Movement, just because we know how important movement is with
Well,
the
I've
mind.
just built my own gym in the backyard.
Oh.
It's nothing special, but I've got weights, weight bench, exercise bike, and rowing machine.
Oh.
So activity-wise, I've just gone back there for the first time this week,
Yeah.
and obviously out with you guys as well playing golf. So that's got to be a 5.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I'm the same, bro. Like I've been pretty active since the new year, and I've continued that journey. So
I want to ask you both, how's your 8-week challenge? How did that go?
good, bro.
did well?
Yeah, it was good. It was good,
Yeah.
man. It was a good
Did you
journey.
feel the benefits from it? Seriously?
Oh yeah, 100%. And we've kept a lot of it, a lot of the rules that were in place. So yeah, it's continued on.
Let's
I'm a solid 4.
try see if we can get a bit of dirt. Was anybody failed?
Oh, there's a few. I wouldn't mention his name. There.
We know that
boys,
somebody did it.
yeah.
So activity, so yourself?
Yeah, I'll be a solid 4. Be moving about, but just going back on the challenge, I feel was a good foundation to set up for the year. The last one is mindset.
Mindset.
What's your mind at?
I'm going to go with 3.
Yeah.
I'm a bit ditzy, always have been,
Yeah.
and obviously with the kids, the full-time job, the YouTube channel, sometimes helps, and it's one of the reasons why I love golf so much, because I'll come and play on my own,
Yeah.
because I just want that solace. And yeah, it can be frustrating. It can be a terrible game.
Yeah.
It can be a really good game. It can be however you want it to be. But yeah, I'm going to say that that's something I need to work on. Is really sort of just chilling out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just calming down a little bit and just sort of reflecting on certain things.
That's powerful. Appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah.
You mentioned the 3A. Well, you touched on some key nuggets there where I think is really helpful for everyone. Is there anything you can do, you reckon, to get to a 4? I know you touched on a few things, but...
Yeah, I think I'm not going to go as far as to say meditating, because I'm not that kind of person at all.
But you do that. Meditating can be all sorts of things. Like you can meditate while you're playing golf.
And that's probably what I do.
Yeah.
I think it's more just about just taking things into context a little bit and maybe realize. My daughter's had a bit of a bad time this year, my oldest daughter.
Yeah.
She's 21. She had a car stolen. You need to get upset about things that you can control.
Yeah.
And all the other things, just don't worry about.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at the minute with that. So, yeah.
How's she doing now?
She's all right. She's all right.
Better,
she's in the process where she's trying to get her back, and we're all doing what we can to help her out. And
well, it's good. It's good that you've. I think the most important thing is like a lot of the people that go through that, they feel alone. Yeah. It was good that to kind of reiterate that you're there, your family's there to to support her going through that.
We've got
just massive.
A big family, and that's something that I always find especially relevant talking to you guys that have obviously flown other side of the world, and you guys become each other's extended family. I've noticed that a lot.
Yeah.
Without that family network around me, I don't think I'd have been able to get through any of it. So,
100%, bro.
Yeah, appreciate
thanks for sharing, Tony.
No worries.
Awesome, man.
Yourself, mindset for yourself?
Yeah, mine's a 4. We're doing we're doing good in terms of keeping everything solid with routine, and the kids are going to school. My daughter's doing her stats at the moment. But yeah, in terms of mindset, everything's going well at the moment. Solid 4.
Good. So
yeah, mine will be a solid 4 as well. I always try and do something uncomfortable every day, whether it's a small thing or big thing. I feel like we've done that a few this week. Even yesterday, going to a sort of networking event. Didn't really see much rugby players there, and for me, it was out of my comfort zone. But I done it. You push through, and you realise, the capacity grows.
Like Q being out of his comfort zone playing golf today.
Oh yeah, these are the pros.
50 years of experience.
Sheffield, we've made the move. We've come over. There's a young phoenix going to middle school, and pronounce your name for me.
Quentin Laulu-Togaga'e.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all when I tried to do it last night. So QLT is now at training at Sheffield in the Seal City.
Yeah. What's
your first thoughts? You've rocked up, you're training, you're playing. I'm assuming you were playing well, because I think your try scoring was ridiculous. Was it 166 tries in 180 something games?
Oh, I'm not.
I can tell you it is, because I looked at your Wikipedia. But
I was done. I think it was 180 tries to 180 games. But
no, I think it was. I'll put them on the screen now for you at home. But I think or something like that.
Well, originally it was supposed to come for just 2 years.
But Suiai, Wikipedia says he's 5'10".
Oh,
hey, man.
I don't know. Someone's lying there.
Surely try scoring, it became obviously a big thing in your game.
Yeah.
But how did you find it overall? The culture, the change, the weather?
Well, the weather was the biggest shock. But we always knew it was going to be tough. Because the biggest thing in our culture is family, and it's not just your immediate family. We're really close to our extended family, our cousins, which is a massive thing. And it was just not just me, my family. My wife comes from a big family as well, so that was a shock coming over. But I guess the environment that I was in, Sheffield created a really supportive environment.
So who did you have playing at the time then? So you'll have had Corey Aston?
He came in the second year I was there,
Right,
so he was just coming through. Missy Tolpapa, Menzi Yeri. He was the halves there. Simon Brown.
Okay.
So Alex Rowe. We had a young Minnie Finnegan. He was from Bradford. He came on loan. So yeah, it was quite easy, because we had I got close to Tim Bergen. He was there at the time. Dane McDonald, and that was like a solid core group that were living around the Hillsborough area. And and I guess when you're happy off the field, it shows on the field. And the first 3 years I was at Sheffield, we made the grand final 3 years in a row. First year we got pumped from Feb. Second year we played them again. We got them back the second year, and then we played Batley on that third year and we won. So it was one of the highlights of my career coming over actually. And
so before we've done that, let's go off the bat then of, because you won the comp you won the Queensland Cup as well, didn't you? With
2008. Yeah. So Queen had an eye on me then, the Samoan team, and then 2 years later I made my international debut.
That was against New Zealand, wasn't it?
Against New Zealand, against the Kiwis. So that was a dream come true. So
I often wonder. There's quite a few sort of Samoan of heritage that grow up in Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah.
So you were born and raised in New Zealand.
Yep.
Moved to Australia.
Yep.
But Samoan by heritage.
Yeah.
And there you are playing for Samoa.
Yeah.
Against the country that you were born and raised in.
Yeah.
Is there any mixed feelings at all, or is it just Samoan pride that just takes over and it's now I'm Samoan?
Yeah, it's pretty much the Samoan pride. Yeah, like the Samoan pride is it's kind of like the way we're raised. It's instilled. Our culture is instilled from the get-go. and it's something that we feel, we fall in love with from at a young age, and the songs and how our values. And like I said, man, at a young age, that's what my dream was, to play for Samoa. Whether it was rugby union or rugby league, I just wanted to play for Samoa. And
my first experience of Samoa was Jesse Senilafeo, so you can understand that. I just thought you were all raving mad.
Wow, no way.
Wow. He was my son's favourite player. He's the top guy.
Wow.
I just loved his energy.
Oh yeah.
I've never seen a guy that was so positive. It had gone from where were you at then at the point where you got the call from Huddersfield? Where was you at over in?
I was at Parramatta Hills.
And was the contracts on the table over there?
I was halfway through. Actually, the year before we had we fell short. I think we got top 4. The following year, loads had changed. Went through the pre-season. Didn't start too well. And then halfway through the season, I think we were like feeling near the bottom.
Yeah.
I was deciding where the future was after that. Obviously, grateful for the manager and stuff going out here and there, but the opportunity came up, England.
And who was the coach at Huddersfield at the time?
Simon Wolfpack.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you were quoted in the press as saying that you'd got a really good relationship with him, and you put a lot of sort of things down to helping you settle in when you first came over.
So you know, eh?
Yeah. No, it helped massively. But I think just that opportunity to come over here, like you mentioned, man, like when you're born in New Zealand, Samoan heritage, all you wish is, you want to carry that baton on further than, your parents did. Yeah. And you want to try and do it in the right way where you make them proud and, you carry the family name. And none of my family has ever been, to the UK, let alone come here and, to work and settle. So I sort of seen it from that sort of lens and how we made our, final decision. And then we made the move over.
That's awesome, guys. It really is. What are you giggling at?
His English. He needs to work on his English because it's broken sometimes, right? I don't understand him sometimes. Eh?
It's the best thing, though, isn't it? Because that's the thing is, you're not English.
So don't worry about it. If you can speak 3 languages.
Well,
English, Samoan, what's the 3rd language?
Don't worry about it. We're going to tap on the go. Indian, Spanish.
He's giving him some shit today. Right, let's get on to this second hole. I can't believe we're only on a second hole. It's not terrible, mate, in that. I mean, you've lost the ball, but it's not terrible.
We're getting there.
Get in there, hey.
Little
Good,
steps.
so you sure about it?
One behind me now.
Oh,
See, make it green now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Lifted my head there.
You did.
Tony, we might need you, mate.
Okay, go on then, I'll come in play.
Oh, look at that.
That'll be good.
Thank you, Tony.
We'll be in play around that corner.
Thank you,
I'm going to try and blend in with the wind here.
I like it. I like the thought.
I'm usually good with the picture here.
Sort of unlucky. That was a good.
That's not bad. There's that is probably the favourite place of most people.
Oh, music to the ears. Oh, look at that. This is.
Has it got up?
Yeah.
I think it might have just sat on hill.
Get your paddles. I'm using this one. Your paddle.
This is honestly like 2 brothers.
Get your paddles.
Well,
I'm using this one. You get your paddle from the thing. Hey, Tony. You have to use your. This is Tony's paddle. I'm using the good one. You use the guy.
anyone.
Come on, bro.
So Q's got my putter and he's meant so he go back and get the shit one from the back.
It's not about the paddle, eh?
This is what I'm trying to tell him, Tony.
Listen.
It's not about the, para.
Don't get me involved with your dramas.
Oh, yeah.
That's not bad, you know. I'll tell you what, I think we found your strong point.
Paddle.
Your strong point is putting.
Similar to rugby league, eh?
What is it? What's the similarities?
Your strong point is not doing the, what the forwards do.
The hard yards, scoring tries, eh?
Just comes in and scores the tries.
Yeah.
We do the good driving, hey Tony. These last 2 hours to get us to the birdie, he just comes in and tries to take over. Hard work.
He's the glittery pretty boy.
That's how I lived mine. That was my career, man. The last 20 years was you do the hard work, I come score the tries.
No one sees mine and Tony's good drive. They got us to the birdie position, and he just comes in, takes Tony's putter.
Nice.
A nice putt. Right, come on, Q.
Finish it.
Yeah, finish it. Come on, after what we've just been saying.
That's not about the putter, eh? There you go.
He is the finisher. He is the finisher. Well, guys, I can't believe we're only through 2 holes. This is ace. Sui's done all the hard work and Q's finished it off. There you go. So what are you going for?
I'm going pitcher.
He's going pitching wedge.
It's just more about I'm worried about that bunker or the sandpit.
See,
Well,
that's where you already lost it then.
No.
See, you just saying it, you already lost it.
No, because when you
don't
see...
worry about it, just do it. Just
when
do
you
it.
see-
Hey, Tony.
That's it, mate.
I don't care about the negative.
Tony.
Worry about just do it.
In rugby league, when you've got Greg Inglis, Billy Slater in the corner, are you worried like you're
No,
trying to
see,
find- you're
that's
trying to
when
find
you're wrong.
tactics to get around
It's
it?
caution, innit?
Yeah.
It's more
That's it.
cautious,
See,
that's what it is.
That's where you got it wrong. If you're thinking about it, then it's going to happen. Will you just go with the flow?
Oh, you're talking about with manifesting.
Go with the flow, man.
failures.
Just go with the flow.
That's a good warm-up shot, is that, mate?
Yeah, I've got my range now.
Oh, see, this is why you got to have a bit of cautious.
Yeah.
You got to know you're surrounded.
I'll let you go then, Sui.
And I feel like Billy Slater just took him out.
Can I take one more shot?
Lifted my head. I lifted my head.
You did
I know
lift
it.
your head.
I know it.
Okay, one more. One more, Tony.
I was actually excited for that one. The discipline of sports. Nice.
You know what? That'll work. If it stays out of the bunker. And it has done.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do.
So we're going to take Q's ball here, which is
Yes.
pretty cool. So the idea is here, boys, is to make par.
Too hard.
So it's not bad.
Shite.
I was trying to chop him up here.
We've found Q's favourite English word. Right. So it's all runs downhill. So really, you're better off just sort of
So we should have just took that into account, eh?
No, that's
popping
what I
it up
tried
here.
to.
Yeah. There you go.
No, it's
Tap it in, man.
Easy does it.
No, it's hit that. It's hit the up
Oh.
slope. It stopped it. You two
Oh, just
decide.
go with the harder one, eh?
So you reckon, mate,
Yeah.
you got Billy
Well-
Slater here, Greg Inglis there.
Not about the easy shuttles. Oh, yeah.
We have found his niche.
Oh.
Go on, Q. Put it in for a
Finish it,
bogey.
mate. Finish
It's
it.
not great,
Finish
but
it.
we'll take it.
Finisher.
Hey.
We have found his niche. Maybe it's that putter.
Finish that.
Well played, buddy.
Puddle, man.
On hole 4, 500 yards, par 5. On the tee, QLT. That is a
Oh, that's
nice
beautiful.
drive.
Oh, yeah. I
Just
heard it.
That's a good shot.
Just clip the trees.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it.
I'm going to try and do a bit of cheat here and try and swing around this tree here.
We're both on the same way, right?
It's coming loose.
That's a good thing, Suiai. Tee's still standing ground.
Nice, Tony, making them feel better.
Pretty
I see what you're
nice.
doing.
Oh, wow.
the money.
Country.
It's not.
It's the
It's
money.
too far to the left. Right, Suiai, well, we've got you then, mate. So, you spent a couple of years at Huddersfield.
Yep.
Everything's seemingly going all right for you.
Yeah.
And then you ended up at the beloved Castleford Tigers on loan.
yeah.
Up the
And
Tigers.
then what was that then? You just completely and utterly fell in love with it and had to come back and sign and begged us. And
Mate, that's it. Fell in
How
love with
did-
the town, the fans.
did it just come to the point at Huddersfield where it was time for a change for yourself and the club?
Yeah, obviously with the new coaching stuff coming, you sort of understand that sort of process, transition, the job, we're in. Right timing, I guess.
It's fair to say that a position like Hughes at fullback and a big barnstorming prop like yourself, it's completely different in the game of rugby league. How do you get the mindset and remain positive? Well, let's be honest with you, you're returning a kick-off and you know you're going to get smashed, but you want to do the smashing as well. How do you get your head around that?
Yeah,
For people that don't play the game and don't understand it,
yeah. I think
you have to be a unique breed.
no, you don't think that's the key.
Yeah.
You don't think, but it's just
Balls of
putting your
steel.
yeah. I think it's just putting your team first.
Yeah, I've noticed that. You see these little fullbacks here that basically they kick off, they catch the ball, and they just look straight away for the big mates don't they, inside of him. It's just like, hey, who can I give this to?
No, that's it.
And then you've got to sprint it back 20 minutes.
That's a secret to longevity, Tony.
Couldn't have said it in better, mate.
So then Cass came along, had a good 2 or 3 years there, was it?
Yeah. We had I came over. It's grateful to Paulo to give us an opportunity. So he was our first coach when I come over. Thought we'd done good. One of the highlights for me was reaching grand final.
Yep.
Challenge Cup. And funny thing about it, got picked, named to play in the team, and night before COVID.
Really?
stuck in the hotel.
Wow.
So that was a weird experience, that one. Mixed emotions.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as a rugby player, these are the moments you play for.
That's it, these are the games, like Wales.
And, you know, grand finals, they don't come often, eh? And you hear about players that have been in the game.
Was it at Wembley as well?
Wembley.
Oh, mate.
I was excited too. The night before, all our families, we got to sit down in the mini room, and families sent all the videos and stuff, and so the emotion and stuff all built in, and I was like, man, I'm excited, eh? And doing everyone proud. Castown, everything, just the whole journey from the bus leaving.
I was there.
The grounds, oh, how good.
Yeah, I was there, mate.
And then they didn't feel too well after I went there, and I spoke to the doctor. I was like, mate, not feeling too well, man. And then he goes, mate, I need to come to your room, we need to isolate you, and we need to do some tests. Done some tests, and we got negative 3 times.
Right.
And then come in the morning, I couldn't move. I couldn't move a muscle. It was probably the worst pain I could ever feel, man.
Wow.
I was 11 out of 10. Wished that on no one. And
that was, so how long was you stuck down London for then?
no, so
Because did you travel on the team bus down
yeah,
there?
I was traveling on the team bus.
But they won't have had, you won't have been able to travel back, will you?
I was, yeah. So the cool thing about it, they got me a private Uber with a flash on too. I sat on my back and I was on my way back, but I just couldn't. My head was rattling.
Madness.
Yeah, I felt all the pain, and I was trying to find a live stream.
Right.
But the pain was that bad that I had no conscience or anything on, you know, looking at my phone. So I was just staring out the window thinking, man.
Well, we lost anyway.
Yeah, I know.
So don't worry about it.
It was tough too.
So where did we go after Cass?
Would have been cast to Doncaster.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Was that the same time that Donny was sort of having that little mini revival where...
Yeah. Don just got promoted to Championship last year, and yeah, I was lucky enough. The timing came well, and
I remember going over to watch. I watched Rangi when he signed.
Yeah,
He came back from his band, didn't he, and ended up playing for him. So, but yeah, I remember going to watch him. I think he played at Fairground. I still say what best player I've ever seen play.
Oh yeah.
Who's that?
Rangi Chase.
Oh, he was a freak, bro.
The best try I've ever seen. The one was he was playing for Salford, and he went done it around his back, and then he flicked it round.
There's been a lot of those highlights though.
There has been.
Jeez. Oh,
I tell you what, I said he were warming up. I don't even need to go.
Oh,
that's perfect. We'll take yours, so we'll go straight down there.
There you go.
You're at Sheffield.
Yeah.
And then the madness that is Toronto Wolfpack happened.
Yeah.
How did you find it over in Canada, in a country that's not exactly known for its rugby league?
Oh, I think the one thing about the Canadian people is they back their team. Like, doesn't matter what sporting background or what team it is, they're behind their team, and so that's the experience that we felt when we played our home games in Toronto. Man, our first game, there was about 7,000, 8,000 people there. Yeah, that's what they said about the people from Toronto, is because they got Blue Jays there. They got the Raptors, and then they got the Maple Leafs ice hockey, and so we were just another team that for them to support. And it was one of the best times, experiencing that, and I'm so grateful I got to experience it, because obviously Toronto's not in the competition anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the Canada dream obviously ended.
Yeah.
And you came back over to Halifax?
Yeah, so 2018, I left Toronto in March to Halifax, which is where I thought I'll spend the rest of the year at
the Shea.
At the Shea, which was I ended up playing 4 games over there.
Right.
And then obviously
the mighty Tigers came back.
Yeah, Sheffield, Tigers.
We'll talk about your debut in a minute, because it wasn't a normal debut, was it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't, bro. It wasn't a normal debut, man.
Yeah,
but
these boys are playing now.
That's
Bounce just used a 5-iron. Man's just used a 5-iron from 70 yard away and got it off briefly on it. Then your cast debut.
Yeah.
Always dreamed about being an halfback?
That was something special, because I came over here with the dream of playing Super League.
Yep.
And at 33, I always mentioned that in rugby you're either kind of thinking about retiring, or your rugby league career's gone on like a decline. But to be able to make my debut at 33, but also with such a prestige club, Cass Tigers, was special.
Well, I can't think of anybody else that made the pro debut at 33 in Super League.
Yeah, no, I think I tried to look at the stats, I couldn't find it. But I think I'm one of the oldest to debut in Super League. So
you've been a fullback pretty much all your life?
Yeah.
your international caps were played at fullback.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Paoli's decided that you're a six for the day.
Yeah. It was weird because I knew I was making because I went on the Thursday and the boys were playing whole KR, so I just did captain's run. And I knew I was going to make my debut the following week, but I didn't know I was going to be in the house. And I remember Paoli coming up to me on the Tuesday and said, obviously you're playing, but I'm going to play you in the halves this week because of the amount of injuries we had. I just remember looking at him and I was like, oh, yeah, sweet. And he goes to me, oh, when was the last time you played in the halves? And I was like, oh, I think back in my junior days. But I was ready though, man. I didn't care. I just said, yeah, man, I'm happy to play wherever.
And you scored.
And I scored, got man of the match as well. Which just, I don't want to bring that in, but might as well just mention that as well. So yeah, it's a special day. So it didn't fully work out at Gas, did it? Oh, no, it didn't. But I got offered a 2-year contract extension.
Right.
So, I was playing well and they offered me a 2-year extension, but my knee started playing up. Yeah. And so for about 5 or 6 weeks, I was just doing captain's run. Right. And then they kind of put that on hold.
6 tries in 8 games, I believe it was.
Yeah, I think it was something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, Suiai, you've pitched in with a few.
Yeah.
You've got a few tries as well. A few.
Oh, yeah, bro.
More try assists, you know. It's all about the team.
It's about the try assists, man. I'm about to try scoring.
So. We've got this for a birdie.
Oh, wow.
I'll bring it home then.
So you want the finisher?
If you finish that, I'll do whatever forfeit you guys think of. Anything.
Wow.
Oh, whoa. Say less, man, say less.
I mean, that's got a chance.
Oh!
Hey! No. Oh, that was a really good effort, mate. Really good effort.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you were going to use that for.
That's a straight line, that.
Yeah.
Too hard.
It's only 40-20, man. You can't finish it off, us.
I'm going to say you've
finish it, us. No pressure, us.
He doesn't want the pressure.
No, us.
He doesn't want the pressure, man.
You're the finisher. Finish it, us. Me and Teddy with the hard yards here. Come on, man.
Give you one off there. Finish it off, us.
It's a big par putt, is that? It's not a bad effort in that. That's not bad at all, right?
Shite effort.
Go finish it now, mate. No. You've got to go from that one.
Oh, sorry, mate. No, my bad, mate.
That's why you're the finisher, look.
No, mate. We get the cook play the balls in.
Oh, I'll bring it home then.
Oh, I tell you that. Go on, so we pop it in. I'll take a bogey. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, boys. So we're 3 over.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
It'll work. It's in place. So that's going to hit the bridge.
I know I'm lifting. Yeah, no. I can feel it.
Just gone into the trees.
Yeah.
Oh, he's drawn that one though. Injustice, because this driver's awful.
Wow, all this time, man. I knew something was wrong here.
Yeah, I was thinking it was my lift. Now I've come to realise
it's absolutely horrible.
It's a short driver.
It feels like it's got a pitching wedge shaft in it. It feels that short.
Oh, there
it works, but it don't feel nice. I'll let you have that. Leaves us. Let's talk a little bit about Talk Your Walk then. How did that come about?
Oh, so Talk Your Walk started off by obviously myself, Suiai, Jesse, Stanley Lafau, and Pete Matoltia would often catch up at Costa Coffee about, just to kind of review the games, our games, bit of banter, and Suiai used to come and get away from his wife as well. But on one occasion, Pete Matoltia opened up about how he tried to commit suicide when he was 19, I think. Yeah. And if it wasn't for his brother Sione, kind of walked in and saved his life, he wouldn't be here. And he was still struggling with that. And that was the first we heard about the story. But just him opening up and being vulnerable gave us the courage to become vulnerable ourselves. And so we just started talking about the struggles that we were facing around the table, what we'd been through. And so we thought, why not start a podcast? With our platform and with the amount of people we can reach, hopefully save that one person. And so we started a podcast talking about life, talking about the stuff we go through, and got loads of positive feedbacks. And then on the back of that, we started our foundation. And Talk Your Walk just means speaking about your problems, being vulnerable, knowing when there is a problem, reaching out for help. And so that's what Talk Your Walk means. And now from the lessons that we've learned in our rugby careers and our lives, we're able to go into schools, prisons, businesses, and help people become the best versions of themselves, pretty much, whether that's individually or as a team. So that's
a fantastic message, boys. I really do.
Yeah, man, that's pretty much.
When we You talk about Pete Matagi, and what a player, by the way. What a guy. The one thing I've just noticed that South Pacific rugby players, Australians, New Zealanders, Tongans, Fijians, all the lot of you all come over here, and you've got so much time for the people. And I think that's slept on. I don't think that's appreciated enough. But you're also appreciating the fact that these guys have paid the money, they've come down to watch you, and you stood there signing autographs, getting pictures with kids. Is that something that's quite important to you?
Oh, it's massive.
Yeah.
You know, well, I feel like we're people of service, and you know, once upon a time we were in their shoes as well. You know, we were spectators once upon a time, watching the likes of, you know, Stacey Jones, Dave Solomon, Laulu-Togaga'e. So we know how it feels, and it's just us giving back, and it's something that's important to us. It's one of our values, and we speak about one of our values is family. And so when we play, everyone that's there to support us is pretty much our family, and so that's the way we treat it, you know. And yeah, we're just grateful for them.
And Pete was probably, when he played for Cass especially, one of the best at doing that, spending time with the fans afterwards.
Yeah.
And you talk about his struggles that he had, and I think he bravely put them out on a podcast episode, didn't he?
Yeah.
And that was quite emotional, I think, for you boys as well. You could see that the emotions were quite high talking about it. If you haven't seen the podcast or any of these episodes that we're talking about, the link and everything will be in the description to the guys' websites, because you're doing school visits, like you've just said, prison visits, just sort of any kind of visits to promote positivity and a positive mindset. Is that right? Yeah,
pretty much. Businesses, we've been to fireys, hospices, so pretty much anywhere, because obviously mental health's, you know, one of the biggest problems that we have.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah, nowadays.
It's scary how much you hear about it all the time. Definitely go check it out. Go watch the one with Paulie as well, because I watched it last night and it's really, really entertaining. It's emotional in parts, it's very, very funny. You boys don't hold back on the banter, but at the same time, there was some really serious stuff in there from Paulie, and just how he sort of dealt with it and how he overcame it, and how sort of these boys have even helped as well. So, it's straight, it's forward, it'll do, it'll work.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
That's incredible.
Where's
it gone?
There you go.
On the green, mate.
Where's it gone? Next to the flag, Tony. That's where it's gone.
There, it's on the green. Can you see the green?
So we're actually on the green for two. So that's an incredible shot there from Suiai Matagi, future Tour Pro on the PGA.
You heard it here.
The nonchalance of the man when I just said, "Where's the ball gone?" It was like, on the green. Just on the green.
Straight, Tony.
Straight in the hole.
Straight in the hole.
Ooh.
Ah, shit.
It's not terrible.
Oh.
You just need to lay off the strength a little bit.
I know. Bicep curls. Too many bicep curls.
Oh, that's not enough strength.
And knuckles.
Hopper. Oh, he's left it short. Can the finisher finish?
Finisher. Oh.
Finish up with a bogey.
Bogey.
You take over now.
Yeah.
Mental health week this week.
Yeah.
What's the one piece of advice that you'll give to somebody that's maybe struggling a little bit at this moment?
I think one advice is don't be afraid to reach out to someone. You know, you're never alone, and that's something that I've learned through my journey is, you know, you have your close family or close people there to support you, and you know, they're always there, and just never feel like you're alone, because you know, that's where trouble could come in, and that's something that I've learned, man. And yeah, just reach out to someone if you feel like you're struggling, and if you feel like you need to talk to, because one of our favorite sayings is the unspoken words always carry the heaviest weight, and if you're not speaking it, you're storing it, and yeah, just reach out for help, and also check in on your loved ones. You know, like we say, like, you know, that one check-in could save someone's life. So reach out if you need help, and you know, check in on your loved ones.
Can I just say how profound not only the message was there, but the fact that halfway through that you got sprayed by a sprinkler that's come on in the background, and you didn't even flinch.
Show must go on, eh?
You didn't even flinch, mate. We're going to get wet. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much, buddy. Cheers, Paul.
Lifting early, man. Oh, lovely.
Right, going to get over it. Not sure if that didn't just go straight in the bunker.
Down.
We're not cheating, but so we took your first shot off camera because I wasn't quick enough to press it. So he has just told me that his first one went in front of the bunkers.
Yeah, I feel like it's in a good position.
So back onto your career then.
Yeah.
We've talked about the fact that you then came to Cass, and then after that it was Doncaster, and that's where you still are now.
Yeah, man.
And how's it going this season?
Yeah, we're going all right. Mid-table.
Right.
Got promoted last year to the Championship. The goal was to stay up.
So having tasted Super League and the Championship, I'm the firm believer that the Championship's a little bit tougher in the sense that physicality-wise.
Yeah.
Because it's not on TV, on Sky or whatever, and then maybe let a few more things go.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes you miss the high shot or this and that.
But there's some quality players in that Championship.
Oh, definitely. Mate, it's a tough competition.
Yeah.
A good one too this year. It's up for grabs, to be fair. With all the teams, it's pretty hard to sort of pinpoint which team's going to finish in the top 6.
So you've got Fev that's been in and around it for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Bradford, obviously, that seems to get the piggybacking off the RFL a lot.
Yeah.
You can't say stuff like that, I can. Obviously Toulouse, that again, people put a lot of focus on because they're another French team.
Yeah.
Then you've got yourself, Donny. You've got York as well. Is Paulie at York?
No, Paulie's off me at
Oh,
Donny.
is he at Donny? Because he was at York for a bit, wasn't he? I think.
Yeah, he was at York and then he came to Donny, so...
Nice one. Oh, that'll work. It'll stay on with that. How does it go from professional rugby league players to, let's have a crack at this podcast?
We were sharing a lot of, mate, just life.
Yeah.
We were getting really vulnerable, as you mentioned, once Peter just shared and all the walls went down, and a lot of the stuff we were sharing was really deep.
Right.
A lot of the healing came from it as well, just because the boys been vulnerable and says, man, what we're talking about week in, week out needs to be on the potty, in the hopes of it can reach out to one person. It's worth it.
I think it's great to see that it is being quite inspirational to some people.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, especially with the sport and stuff. But again, the whole purpose and mindset and nothing's changed yet, man. If we can just reach out to one person, by sharing our stories and being vulnerable or just talking life.
What's the idea with the schools then? Is that to sort of, are we having these conversations with schools from a professional rugby league player's perspective to how they can achieve that?
Yeah.
Are we talking about choosing the right path?
Yeah.
Because, we don't want to talk about it too much, but I know that you yourself, similar to Paulie on his podcast, had a little bit of a, let's say, a brush with the law, and you had to make some hard choices, didn't you, really?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I dropped the ball many times at a young age. I had no, sense of purpose or direction.
So you're in a great position to tell these kids, this is what not to do.
Yeah, and I feel like, without making it sound like an excuse, I didn't have, the right role models, I guess, or people to aspire, to be. And so at a young age, what I was doing, I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought that was my actual purpose, which was to get in trouble with the law and do this and that, which is things I'm not proud of now, but it's going in there and planting that seed early and showing them they can be somebody, regardless of your background and where you come from. And it's using our experiences on the climb, on the pursuit to the top level, and then playing there, because one thing is getting up, on top of the mountain, another thing is staying there. And so, staying there, that's where the hard stuff comes, the consistency, being disciplined, turning up day in, day out. And these are what we, touch base with the kids. I go into when we go into prisons. And it's just, inspiring that perspective to them. It's like, life is like a game of two halves. Your first half, like in rugby or league, just because you've dropped the ball doesn't mean the game is over. And so the game of life is precious. We only get one. And so it's important that we don't lose, the game of life. Picking that ball up, see where you went wrong, and run again. And as you do it at half time, the coach comes in, where did you go wrong? Where did you make your errors? This and that. And this is the time to reflect. And so I had that moment of reflection, see where I went wrong. And the good news and the hope is that the second half is still out there. And for anyone, your 2.0 vision is still out there. Doesn't matter where you've come from. One of my sayings or quotes is that doesn't matter how far wrong you've gone, it's never too late to turn your life around and chase them dreams.
That's fantastic.
The finish is not here. Finish. But I guess it's a good thing. We've got no distraction now, eh?
Well, that's an effort, is that, mate?
Oh,
that's getting better. I'm not even going to go.
You're not?
No, I'm not going to get that any closer than that.
Oh, there you go.
Right, I think so. Let's talk about your old mate Jesse.
Yep.
He's obviously gone back over to Oz and carried on the Taught the Walk name.
What's crazy is it's something we've learned through our careers, our sporting journey, compound effect. And what I mean by that is sometimes you can put in the work and not see the results.
Yep.
And so for Talk Your Walk, we've been running about four and a bit years. But there were really no doors opening for us. We went out, going to workshops, doing a lot of things for free.
Yep.
Just getting out there. But I think on our 4th year, doors just started to open. And so, yeah, we are just consistent and just keep turning up. I think things will happen. And the good thing about Jess, within those 4 years, he's able to shorten that now, going to Australia, seeing where the lessons learned and what took us 4 years here, starting from ground up, it's taking him 6 months. And
would you say he is the most positive human being you've ever met?
yeah, definitely, he would be definitely up there. If you ever needed a
just an
smile.
abundance of energy. I used to remember him coming on as a sub, and he'd be stood on the sidelines, he'd be bouncing about everywhere, he'd come piling onto the pitch. And a lot of your time when you see an individual that happy and that bubbly, and it could be masking some things.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I don't think that's the case. I'm not implying that's the case with Jesse in any way, shape or form, but if people out there have got mates and you're thinking, oh yeah, my mates are like that, just not assume that they're always happy.
Yeah, and you brought a valid point up there, because it goes both ways. Usually the guys that are sort of down and out, you can notice they're going through something. But then again, the ones that are most positive and loud as well can be a mask as well. So I think it's something that we've got to be aware of. Thinking, the most positive guys are the guys that speak up, are the ones that,
It just goes back to what Q was saying earlier, doesn't it, about checking in with your friends and checking in with your family.
Especially with, guys that you think, the leaders, because obviously no one's, immune to life challenges. Yeah. Everyone gets hit left, right, centre, eh?
Definitely. That'll work. That'll be lovely.
But open ground,
that's safe. Opened it up. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and curl it around this corner, that way.
Oh, beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, we've done that quite well. Right, we should be in prime position there, I think.
That's beautiful.
That's going to work lovely. Take the bounce up the hill. Look at that, come back on. You've vamped the website, so if you want to get on there and order any of this gear, please feel free to do so. But yeah, just have a look. A lot of podcasts out there, but there's not that many that actually touch on some of the raw subjects. And these are men that put the bodies on the line for work. It doesn't matter how big you are. I mean, Paulie's what, about 17 foot.
Yeah.
We're all human beings and we're all going to have struggles. And they don't shy away from it. It doesn't matter about the public persona of being this big, tough, strong man that plays rugby league for a living or anything like that. It's about life and it's about humanity and it's about struggles. And these guys are not afraid to share their stories on camera and let you guys see the fragility, the vulnerability, and the back of that as well, the positivity. So, yeah, I mean, that's... Oh, we might have too much pace on that one. Right, we'll have a go. Just saying, people.
We need you here, Tony.
At Whitwood are being watered.
It's a nice putt, that. Oh,
it's just roll.
Nice.
Look at it go. This for par. Right. And I know he's going to do it. I told you. Dad, I have told him about the sandwich.
Really grateful, thank you. Good sandwich as well.
That's hit that tree and knocked you back into the fairway.
Oh, beautiful. That is beautiful.
Might be a bit too high.
So your daughter's playing as well, eh?
Daughter plays football. She's very, very good footballer. I won't tell her, but she is very, very good.
How good is that? So what was she doing at the Cyril grounds?
She was playing rugby at the time. She went and played mixed rugby, mixed gender rugby until she was too old to do so.
Yep.
She got a player of the season in the mixed gender team and said, Dad, I want to play football now. Went and played football and got a player of the season at football.
Wow. Mate, good on her, man.
She's very much like me in the sense that she loves the sport. That'll be good because it'll bounce on the top. Oh no, it's got too far.
Too far. Oh, it's beautiful.
It's hit the down slope. Woo. Let's just see if we've got that birdie putt.
Yep.
Right, okay, so for birdie.
Oh.
Well, we're going to be in for par. Oh, it's not bad, but we'll take a par. Look, we'll take a par, mate. We'll always take a par. Big blob of mud on my ball as well.
Oh, take that.
Yeah, we'll always take a par.
Take that, mate.
Cheers, brother. Fast now, Q left. You're slowing us down.
Oh, mate, 100%. Baggage is gone now, mate.
Yeah. Right, guys, so we're going into the last hole now. Thoroughly enjoyed this. Really have. The message is a fantastic one from these guys, but at the same time, they're just a good, positive, fun bunch of lads to be around.
Giving me the motivation, and appreciate you inviting us. I'm going to go away from this and go do some practice rounds.
Go be a top pro.
There will definitely be a part 2 of this.
Right, we're on the last hole, so he's going to knock one down there so I don't need to go. Oh, that's incredible. Awesome. See what happens, Q, when you've gone.
That's it, mate. The baggage is gone, you know what I mean? You know when some players just weigh you down when you're on the field?
I've put my ball back in the bag and I've got a bloody orange Slazenger out on messing with the cameras. No, I pulled it left.
Oh,
that, my friend, is a fantastic drive.
I'll take that. As you say, mate, it's not how the plane takes off, it's how it lands, eh, Tony?
That's it, I like that. That's great. I'll tell you what, mate, you are growing into this game.
Just trying to give us some angles. That's
coming round as well.
Yeah.
That won't be far off the green, that.
Just trying to give us some angles there, Tony, to finish off strong. So.
Suiai Matagi, Doncaster Rovers. Is there a golf course back home that you can think of that you like playing?
Shout out to Rodney out in Penrith. He's got a lovely golf course there, not far from Penrith Stadium.
Fantastic.
He's got a good course there, and yeah, it's always a joy going there and getting things going.
And since you've been over here, what's your favourite English food?
Oh, tough one, mate. I won't lie to you, Tony. I'm still trying to get my head around English pudding. Bacon butty.
Bacon butty.
Bacon butty, mate.
Shout out Kevin Schofield.
I'll tell you when I first got here, what's a butty? They had a B-U-T-T-Y, and I was thinking, what's that? And he goes, oh, it's a bacon sandwich. I thought that's funny, Tony.
Favourite food from back home?
Favourite food? It's got to be the island food. Tony, luau, kalo, bit of pork, chop suey.
Hardest ever tackle in rugby?
Mine?
Yeah, on you.
On me? Oh. I'll say I'll have to go back to Ruben Wiki. And then Ruben Wiki, I played with him. I was a New Zealand resident. He led the Samoan residence team out of New Zealand, not smart there. I was coming through, still in pursuit of the dream.
Yeah.
Been watching Ruben Wiki for a long time, and I was like, man, I just want to know what it feels like to run into him. Just to give you a bit of context, my other front rower ran into him and broke his ribs. So I don't think it was smart of me to try and test myself and see what it was like to run into a legend.
But you did anyway.
Yeah, but it was solid, mate.
Most skillful player you've ever seen?
Oh, it's a tough one. Oh, I've got to say Sean Johnson.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Quality player.
Just,
craziest player in terms of he could be smiling at you 1 minute, next minute he's having a tear up in middle of field.
Yeah, I think Musi Masoi, the smiling assassin.
Really?
Yeah. Just there's a few, mate. To be fair. I can go on, but I think that comes into mind.
Right.
Hargraves as well.
All right, okay. Current Hull KR prop forward. Called time on his career this year.
Yeah, no, he's a good looking outside in. Yeah. Everyone will have their different views on him, but when you get to know him, inside of thing, man, he's one of the ones where you can just switch shade.
And who's the funniest teammate you've ever played with? Somebody that you'd always want to be with, sat next on team bus?
I'll say Conrad Hara.
Right, okay. All right, yeah, I'll give you that. Right, we'll take these and we'll finish these off after we've gone.
Oh, there's no roll around here.
No, it's not a terrible effort in that though. Give us a shout.
I'm going to need you to finish us off.
No, we've not gone anywhere near as hard.
You had the right line.
Got the line there. Let's go. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's really unlucky.
I think it's all on you, mate.
It's not coming round enough.
Beautiful. Finish us off,
let's see if it'll go in. We're in.
Yes, mate. There we go.
Right, so we're in for a bogey, which means unfortunately it's 6 over. But do you know what, mate? It's been more about the actual game.
That's it, mate.
It's been the company, and yeah, it's just been a great morning. It really has. Best ground in the UK that you played at?
Oh, Doncaster, mate.
Yeah, we're going with Donny. Best fans to play in front of?
Oh, yeah, I think Cass will be up there, mate.
Is there a player at the current setup at Doncaster that people should watch out for in years to come?
I'll say Gilly, mate.
Right.
Young Gilly, you got to keep an eye on him. There's a few, but he'll be the one to watch out for.
And what's the aspiration for Doncaster this season? What do you want to achieve with them?
Definitely top 6 minimum.
Okay.
That's where we're heading to. We've got the team for it, but as you know, we're worst enemy at times.
Yeah.
For the challenges against ourselves, turning up week in, week out.
And how long have you got left in the game?
Yeah, it's a tough one. I've always said I'm content to where I'm at, and when I feel like that excitement and enjoyment's gone, I'm happy to hang it up. But now, body, mindset's good. I'm just going to take it 1 year at a time and see from there.
Cool. Well, we'll call it there at the questions. One thing I will ask you is, again, with it being Mental Health Week this week, what's one piece of advice that you've got? We had it from Q. What would you like to say to anybody at home?
Yeah, I think the biggest one, and yeah, one that I sort of try and pride myself on, is self-care, self-love, looking after yourself first, pouring into you before you can pour out to others. Something that I've struggled, in the past is easy to pour out and love others, but forgetting to love the most important person, and spending time with yourself, I believe, is the most important thing to do. And so it's not forgetting to sit back, reflect. A little bit on what Q touched on as well. I mentioned this before in another talk, is learning to ask for help. One of the things, I don't know if you've experienced this, Tony, when you get the list at the shopping list from the wife. Yep. She gives you the list and you're still walking up and down, 20 minutes later looking for the most simplest thing, and the easiest thing to do is just go and ask the shopkeeper, someone, save you, the time and energy and the frustration. And it's, you tie that back into life. There's no sort of challenge that someone in life has overcome. It's all been overcome. There's a solution to everything. So don't ever think that you're alone or whatever you're going through. You're the only person that's going through it. Someone else has gone through it and overcome it. And I think there's hope in that. But also just don't forget that asking for help is actually a strength. When you can surround yourself with, positive people, people that can create that safe space for you to be yourself and be comfortable in your own skin, will go to a long way on feeling good.
I think it's fair to say that as men, women, children, we all go through struggles, and it's important to touch on what Sui's just said and what Q said as well earlier. There is no right or wrong way to navigate through life. It's basically about just sort of choosing the right path for yourself, sticking to that right path. But like Sui's just said, sometimes you'll stray off that path, and there's no shame at all in asking for help to get back on it. So that's been Triple T Golf, Talk Your Walk podcast. We're down here at Whitwood Golf Course. We hope you enjoy the episode. Cheers.
Thanks, Tony.
Comment and subscribe.
There you go.
Press that bell notification thing. I don't know what it does, but press it.